Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to travel through 10,000 years of history, and we are going to do it in 3 minutes. 10,300 years ago, there were people sitting around a fireplace, perhaps having a barbecue. How do we know? We found the fireplace just a few years ago upon making a tunnel to the mainland. We know nothing about these people, except that there was no Norway yet, and this was the Stone Age, at the end of the Ice Age, and as the ice was retreating, the land was rising, and someone sat around a fireplace, perhaps using Snapchat. Fast forward in time, 3,000 to 4,000 years ago, we know for sure that the Sami, the indigenous people of the north, were roaming these lands, following the migration of reindeer, hunting, fishing and harvesting from the abundance of nature. In the age of the Vikings, the Norwegians came to these waters, to trade, to plunder and to settle. This was a jolly good time, as described in the saga literature. This island was used as a northern harbour on raids to Bjarmaland, today a part of Russia. In the 13th century, you would find permanent settlements along the coast. Europe was Catholic. The Catholics did not eat meat on Fridays. They wanted fish, and the fish came from these waters. The rich fishing fields led to hundreds of villages along the coast. On this island there were 9 villages, often located close to rich fishing fields. 1 barrel of fish gave 3 barrels of flour. The prices were high. It was like a Klondike, a gold fever, and lots of young men poured into the area. But the sea can be a treacherous place of work. The fishermen were rowing their boats, using sail and the power of the muscle, making them vulnerable to the sea and the sudden arrival of a storm. In previous times, almost 1 out of 4 were lost at sea. 1 of 4, 25%. There was, however, a surplus of young men travelling here due to the rich fisheries, and many wanted to marry. And if the husband were lost at sea, the widow would remarry. The husband was often younger than the wife, in average 11 years younger, and she was in high demand, and the young men wanted her. She had experience, she could run the household independently as he would be away, travelling along the coast, leaving home for longer periods of time, and the wife would do everything, take care of the household, the children, the animals, and the economy of the family. In literature, the wife of the fisherman is often described as the stronger part of the relationship, sometimes staring out at sea, wondering if her husband, her son and father would return. There came the engines for the fishing boats at the beginning of the last century. Many villages were abandoned. It wasn't necessary to live so close to the fishing fields any longer. You could live further away and it became safer. Radio, weather forecasts and modern tools made life more